Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This one I a paired match against Mr. Crow. I have Viking 790 against Frankish 751. I think I've only played Mr. Crow one pair of matches before, but I remember it being a pretty tough pair that I scraped by wins on. So we'll see how this goes. So, interesting matchup. The map definitely favors the Vikings in this pair. Sea, hill, and hill. But the list definitely favors the Franks. They get more missile troops if they want them. They get more and much better cavalry. Not just these armored lancers, but also good cheap support cavalry, which is invaluable. And they get some really solid, cheap, above average spearmen. And their defensive spearmen are fine and they're also quite cheap. So max down light archers because we're going to need them. 4 out of 5 cavalry. They're not very good, and they're quite expensive for what they are. But we're probably going to need them to either threaten flanks or at least force contact on some of his cavalry. It'll especially punish him if he goes hard into cheaper cavalry. I'm not getting any more Huskarls. They are very, very good, but they're quite expensive, and I'm going to rely on the sheer numbers of offensive spearmen instead. A couple of berserkers to round things out, either to hang out in these woods or seize that rough ground. Alright, let's see what we've got. There aren't too many options. Kind of more a matter of like how much cheap cavalry, how much expensive foot. Alright. 7 units of missiles to my 6, so that's not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4 the superior and 4 of the above average, so all in on heavy foot. Not very much cavalry, 2 master archers, so we are eventually going to have to push ourselves. But we'll have a bit of time to consider doing so. Right. So for now, I think we can do a slow push up the hill. Well, that actually begs the question, doesn't it? If we got a relatively large number of men, we might in fact get away with attempting to stretch out his line with my cavalry and keep one in reserve in the center for the bad things. Next turn. Get up there. Really want to come into range with these rather small units, so you shift over, back. Let's move to fill out this end of the line. Next turn. Well, I guess we might as well shoot them as we're about to be discovered in any case. Good enough. Okay. Get up there, that's 100 height hill. Inch forward, I don't like exposing my men like that first, but don't really have a choice. Do we want to try to wrap this, or do we want to try to shift more men left? I think maybe we experiment a bit here. See if we can attempt some kind of wrap on the right. Maybe even with cavalry support. Let's get one more unit of spearmen that side and be prepared to push that rough ground. Next turn. Fair enough. Then we will concentrate on shifting more to the left to see if we can fight that cavalry. See if he moves here. Still take him a while to get up the slope. Alright. Shift over. Back into the woods. Taking that high ground. Tempting to go there, but it's a bit exposed to archery, isn't it? Keep this cavalry here so that if in counter to my shifting left, he tries to shift right, we can slow him down. Next turn. Alright, so we'll anchor here and start pushing that side maybe. Next turn, they rally up, to be expected. Okay. We can start getting into position here. Three units that way, or just two more? Just two more. Except getting shot at first. Hold out the possibility of accomplishing something with the cavalry here. Doesn't seem especially likely. Next turn. Alright, we can start getting lined up. Something like that. Next turn. Can now start creeping towards contact. Something like that. Next turn. Might drop here. Yep. Right, it's time to push. Don't really know why I did that, that's fine. Really, about a frag. Prevent the charge there. Alright. This is where we're going to try to engage more than anywhere else. Here we might stand here. And if we get pushed back, we get pushed back uphill. Next turn. So let's start making movement awkward for that cavalry. I can't quite force an auto drop here, unfortunately. Tempting. Then we could get auto dropped ourselves, so. Okay. Instead, let's see if that does us any good. Well, I guess we're gonna have to get shot at eventually. Take the hits, or do we protect the light archers? Can't protect them anyway, so. And I think we can more or less leave things there for now. Next turn. Are we at 11? That's good for me. That means we're more likely to be able to potentially do damage on his right wing. Shove them off. They'll evade. Perfect. Let's see what happens here. Ah. Impact is bad, but it's not terrible. Get ready for contact. Now you'll have to charge. Maybe they'll run off map. Yep. And then try to spread out. This is going to get a little bit ugly. Move here, then we're going to be inviting battle, which I don't love. Let's give it just a bit of time before we move. See how this develops. Next turn. Do we come down? Alternately, shove them off. You'd have to move forward a bit for whatever that's worth. Or I could try to feed them up. I don't think I'm gonna risk anything for the sake of the lights, which frankly aren't that important to me. Instead, they've turned around entirely. Okay. Pile in there. But they hold firm. Alright, so now we can start applying pressure. I will not waste a shot at half arc. What are we thinking here? Okay. Then what? I have 2 units of heavy foot that are superior here. Honestly, we're a little bit outnumbered in terms of superior foot until we count in our berserkers, which are a bit out of position. On the other hand, in theory, we can outflank him here. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's start prepping that then. Who cares if you die We're past the point of lights being a decisive factor. Move here, he'll just zone me out, so I need to hover. Next turn. Ooh. Most unfortunate. Well, we break even then. Okay. Now, this is mildly unfortunate for our berserkers to be getting shot up like this. Which means... is it time? Start setting up the drop, you'll have to turn around. We're gonna get shot up even more badly, but I was hoping for that. That steadies things out. You are screwed. Good. Thanks to quality, the impact wasn't horrible. Very good. Yeah, they're doomed. Is what it is. I think I'm content with that for now. This is ugly, but as long as we don't get auto broken, it should be okay. I mean, 4 missile units against this small size unit, that's not great. Next turn. Arrows to the face, and some javelins for variety. We get pushback. Ooh, we do, but the frag. It's unfortunate. Do they turn around? No. Ooh, now I'm gonna have to gamble. Do I stand and turn to try to set up the auto drop at the risk of a frag, or do I charge and hope to catch the javelin then out? I'm probably gonna accept the auto drop, to be honest. See if they get pushed back. No. Fragged. Break and then cavalry follow through into his cap? No. Should have charged first. At least I would have got an auto drop out of it then. Let's do that, then he might not be able to charge that unit, at least instead go for the Berserkers. We're going to... I'll see what happens there. Then we're going to risk the frag. If you go here, it's getting a bit dodgy, but then if you go here, then you can slide on past, they'll break. We can get ready then to charge them to set up a drop, so we'll at least get one drop in. Then we can cover things as best we can, slow them down. Held firm. Huh, interesting. Next turn. Bad things are going to happen. The question is, how bad? You gonna go Berserkers or for my main line of... lucked out. Well, not there, but nonetheless. Ooh. Ouch. More ouch. This is still anyone's game. Right. Break them. No. To keep putting the hurt on this unit, but it is going to get through, unfortunately. Held firm again. Let's force an auto drop. Frag. How bad? Interesting. Do I try to invest units into dealing with the situation? I don't think so. Maybe we'll slam into their rear? Anyway, who cares if this goes bad? We need more infantry in the center. Charge. Yep. Force the auto drop. Held firm. Shit. Alright. That is looking all a bit ugly then. Bounce them off. Do we general up here to steady out? I don't think it's actually a great idea. We might need to. Shit. That's hideous. Alright, we could charge and bounce, but I don't really see much point. We're fucked. Interesting. Next turn. Oh, didn't catch them. That's going to be very unfortunate. Whoop. Now, do we crumple or do we stay? Fuck me. So that was not a good idea. Oh man. Well. Break. We unfortunately beat warriors. Pursue. And now we're going to get absolutely shredded. Here, push them along, and hopefully then... No! Ah, shit. Well, here. Keep the train moving. Right. Let's see if you're even worth rescuing before we consider it. Okay, I will consider taking an impact there to rescue my cavalry. Interesting. That means they're going to get charged and auto-dropped again. Huh. So ironically, if I'd fought that first, then I could have shot them up. Well, today is not the day I play a perfect game. Nor is any other day, to be fair. Okay. They get flanked. Ooh, this is looking like a loss. I'm up, but it's not going to last through the next turn. Next turn, the bad things. Right. If we hold steady and we get pushed back uphill, that would be fine, but it's not looking, yeah, promising. Just so. I don't know how useful that's going to be. Let's start here. They break, and right. Turn you back around then. Pass here. Okay. Shove them. I want to keep working on this cavalry. you, well, you charge, then if you move here, you move here, then we can start setting up a drop there. You'll take a, well, see what happens. Yeah, so you're going to take a check anyway. At least we're on high ground now. Could hope that we rally again or start trying to move away, but I think moving away is unlikely. Here. Alright. Get past here. Could be more helpful elsewhere. Grim. Next turn. Good rally for him. Well, at least we caught them out. Interesting. Shove them. Good. Try to catch them or try to keep. We're gonna get shot up before we can even charge. It's honestly better. Go for the freak general kill. In which case you need to start trying to run. Ah. It would be better to get pushed back there. Fall back again, but we might break if we do so. The rough ground would help at this point, give it a disorder everyone. Take the risk. Alright. Next turn. Okay, they're back at least. Yes, the bad thing. Ugh. Well spotted. Guess then maybe I should stay there, but they're kind of doomed anyway. Might be a frag. Yes. Okay, you may be of some use then. Let's prevent a further fallback by that unit. Start threatening them. I want to be done getting harassed by that light cavalry. We move here. That's presenting ourselves too readily as a target. Start getting our line set up. You're screwed. Nothing to be done there. So we could try to fall back. Everyone's on low ammo, so it's not like we'd be wasting ammo if we stood. Yeah. Alright. Auto brake. Pull away. We could start hunting them. They're probably gonna rally, but it's more or less the direction we want to go anyway. Next turn. Hopefully they don't rally. It'll still take you some time to catch them. Those bows will move into the rough, and there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Okay, we're down 2%. Interesting. Good. Let's get you going. Turned around. If we go there, we'll get shot up. Prep contact there, and what? Prepare to work on that cavalry, I think. If he charges there, then they can turn. Not much I can do about that. Next turn. Don't rally. Okay, good. Well, if we go here, then when this unit gets fragged, if it holds, we'd be able to countercharge. It is a big if, to be sure. Okay. Next. Charge. We'll take you in. I was gonna say more or less the right direction, but that's obviously not true. Oh, nice. Well, we'll have to get ready to fall back from them. Well, things are messy anyway, so let's just take the risk. See what that can do for us. Next turn, and you're in the end. Too bad. Disrupt. Nice. That's a good call. We'll probably catch out those light bows. Okay, 3 units there to my 3, so I think we've effectively lost this. We can try to start shifting past here, bounce off here. Although with 1 turn left, it's probably going to end up being a draw. That is interesting. Don't think I can really do anything about it though, to be honest. Good charge here, going to the point. Next turn. Running. I wonder, I might manage to lose this thing. You'd have to get a bit lucky. That's not impossible. Okay, that's match. Yep, another break. Pretty grim. D6. Do we lose? That's the question. Not quite. Not quite. Probably would have lost. I don't think this cavalry is going to come in time, so Lucky for me that things ended when they did. The game's going to say that I lost, but that's a hardcode engine thing by standard fog. Tournament rules, this is a draw. So, I think 2 more turns and I would have lost. Kind of not entirely dissimilar to the mirror. So I came down and I ended up paying for it. One thing was that I invested enough light to this left flank to win the cavalry battle, but by doing so, my berserkers were exposed to archery and just shredded. And sure, I won the cavalry battle, but look where the cavalry is. Notably, not actually fighting the battle. Uh, this is a shame. If they were a little bit closer, right, they could start tearing up these archers, getting auto drops in here, but we're not there. We're probably going to lose. In the tournament context, we both probably would have, as the Vikings, sat in this terrain and not moved, given the difficulty of dealing with the Frankish army, which has better missiles, better cavalry. So, good game to Mr. Crow, as always. Till next time.